Hi, welcome back to ODE YouTube channel. My name is Paulo and I'm here again to present you with the review of another pen. Today we are going for a Cross ATX Matte Chrome, and this pen was sent for review by Appleboom. So thank you so much for sending this pen for review, and let's start. So the pen comes inside this cardboard box. Actually, it's like a cardboard sleeve with a little window that allows you to see that is a cross pen inside. And then you have this kind of leathery, fake leather box with the cross logo there in yellow, and then it is also embossed or printed in another shade of black here on the cap. It's half the lion, and it is lined with yellow part. When you remove the cap or the lid, you have the pen here in this pen bed, and beneath you have the papers and also some ink cartridges. They are not there right now, but it comes with cartridges. And let's put these aside and let's check this interesting pen. This is a Cross ATX, which is a modern line of cross pens, and it has this matte chrome finish, which is quite nice, and it makes a nice contrast with the glossy chrome parts that you may see here on the top and also here. So let's see some details about this pen. This pen has this black part on the top, like a little dimple with a black content there. Then it has this, it's like a ring, but it is the top of the clip, which says Cross there, and then it tapers down and it is very long until the end of the cap. The pen has somehow a cigar shape, but with flat hands, and it has there a little ring. It says Cross there, and it may remind us of the design of some other cross pens, but it's not that obvious in my opinion. When you uncap the pen, you have a very long shiny section that some may think it is quite slippery, but I would say this part is more slippery than that one. And you have a quite small nib. This is the thing that I think you see the most. It's the nib that is very small. It is a steel nib. This one is a medium one, and it says Cross there. And when you unscrew the pen, you'll have room for 2 proprietary Cross ink cartridges or a proprietary Cross converter. So this is what you will get. Now, this pen is quite long, but nice size. It is a slimmer pen. It's not a very large pen. Don't think of an oversized pen with this one. The chrome finish, this brushed chrome, is very beautiful. I like this kind of finish. And this is a pen that I would say it was meant to be posted. It was designed in that way, because when you put the cap on the end of the barrel, it goes quite deep, and so this part goes, the part of the cap goes over this part of the hand, and this makes the writing experience very comfortable. It doesn't become back heavy. It could be if it just posted like that, but no, it goes very deep, as you may see. I think this is an interesting pen. It costs around 90 euros, and I have some mixed feelings about this, because 90 euros for a pen, it's not too much, but this pen, I would say, has nothing in it that would be completely outstanding. It's a cross pen, which is a nice thing, but it has not any special feature. The clip may be reminiscent of some other cross pens, but I don't think it is that remarkable. And also the long section may be comfortable to hold, but the metal maybe not for everyone, and I think the nib is very small. However, it may fit the very streamlined shape of the pen, so this is kind of the right size nib for this pen, but I think it is quite small. Then you have a steel nib, and it is a nice pen, but I'm not really sure if it is a pen for a 90 euros price point. An additional thing, this pen is quite comfortable to write with, for me at least, and this is a pen that asks you to be posted, so do it this favor and post it. It clicks on place quite securely, so I think it's a good everyday pen. The one thing that I have to point out about this pen is the seal of the cap. I find that if I leave the pen kept and unused for 3 or 4 days, then it will give me a hard start to start writing. So the seal on the cap is not the best one inside. I have to say that this pen reminds me a little bit of the Lamy Studio. If you see the pen like this, you will not say that, but when we uncap the pen, and let me uncap it, I think it has something that is similar. I don't know if it is the same size of the section, although that one is slimmer, and you can see that the nib on the Cross is even smaller than the nib on the Lamy Studio. I have also here, just for comparison, a Parker 45 made of steel that has also the same kind of very deep posting, which is very nice and very comfortable, and it is somehow similar. The kind of nib is different, the section is plastic, but the same size of the section. And just to finish up this small comparison, we have this design comparison. We have here a Jinhao 911, which is a very simple but very good working pen that also posts well, not as deeply, but it has the same kind of overall design, the same kind of structure. This one is much girthier, but the other ones are quite similar. But if you can find one pen, a Parker 45, quite inexpensively in second-hand market, or even when they were made, you could get a pen like this for around 30 euros. I would say that this one for 90, maybe a little bit more expensive. Now, let's just make some size comparisons. And my standard for size comparison is the Parker Centennial Dufold, and the Cross is just a little bit longer, and also the Lamy, usually a Lamy Safari, this time is a Lamy LX, and it is just also a little bit longer than the Lamy, but it is much slimmer. When we uncap, we have the pens like this. So this is a pen of the same length, even just a little bit longer than the Parker Dufold, but with a much smaller nib. Metal construction seems solid, but I don't think it should cost this much. However, I have to say this is just my opinion, of course, as you know, and these kind of opinions that I give are what I think about the pen. Imagine that you're going to buy this pen because this pen is the way you want to write with, you just like the style, and this is the only pen. Imagine that this is the only pen that you're going to buy. I may say this is expensive, maybe, but you can get this pen for 90 euros and not buy any other pen for a long time. So maybe this is the right price for you. If it fits your budget and the way you like the pens, I think it is all fair. So when I say the pen looks quite expensive, it depends. I would say this pen looks expensive, and I would say that I love this pen despite of the price, and this is much, it costs about 4 or 5 times that one. So we are not always very fair in these kind of comparisons, and I'm just saying and stating this. Maybe this pen is just right for you, but the price depends on what you are hoping from a pen. Now let's see how it behaves on paper. And here we have pen and paper, and let's start. And so this is the Cross ATX Matte Chrome with a M steel nib. The ink inside this pen is, it doesn't look like that, but it is the Diamine Aqua Lagoon. It seems a lot darker because this pen is quite wet, I would say, and the paper that we are using is the usual Rhodia or Rhodia dot pad. And let's see the performance of the pen. First, the pen writes really well. Talking about price again, this is not a very cheap pen, it's not a very expensive pen also, but I've seen more expensive pens that don't write as well as this one. So the writing experience of this one, I would say, is perfect. The pen is really wet, as you may see. The nib will not give you any line variation because it's not meant to do that, and if you press it, it doesn't give you line variation anyway because it is very, very hard. So the pen is really good. It doesn't skip. It keeps up with speed, and I think it is very well done or very well made. Now, about reverse writing, because some people like it. It is perfect when you are writing in reverse. So this pen is very, very smooth on the regular side and very, very smooth on the other side. So this pen is, I would say, as smooth in both sides of the nib, which is kind of rare. It is glassy smooth. So this is the normal line. This is the line with some pressure, and you see maybe there is more ink there, but not really a wider line. And this is on the underside, which may be like both of these are medium, and I may accept this is a fine. And so this is all for this pen. Overall, it is a nice pen, not very inexpensive, but an interesting, slimmer pen if you like this kind of stuff. Very good to take in your pocket and to write with it at work. I really find this an interesting pen. And I have to thank again Mr. Applebaum for sending me this pen for review. Maybe I would, if I was going to buy this for me, I think I would go for a much more expensive Cross pen because of the value that I may think they have, and I would prefer it. I think I would never buy this one, and it was kind of a nice surprise. I still think it is pricey, however, it is a very, very good writing tool. So, interesting. It may suit your own way of writing. So, this is all that I had to show you. I have to thank you all for watching. I hope you liked the video. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.